Your timing is impeccable, Captain. Watch. And so our numbers continue to grow. Through the united power of the Enclave, we will reclaim what is rightfully ours. We have a full complement of troops. Dr. Kane is making strides in her research, and Senator Matthews has gotten us High Command's full backing. We have everything we need to mobilize into the Commonwealth, and plans are being drawn up as we speak. No mutants, Brotherhood of Steel, or this Institute will stand in the way of our work. What is this?
We'll destroy the Brotherhood. You can count on that.
Hey.
Brotherhood of Steel's in the region. This time, we'll be ready.
Anything?
Nothing so far, sir.
Keep looking.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Lieutenant, I wasn't expecting to see you here, but I could use your help. I need access to my safe upstairs. The combination's been changed, and we can't risk damaging the contents with an explosive. It's a long shot, but I need you to try and find a way to open that safe.
What's the story with this place?
This was my family home. My wife, my beautiful daughter, and I lived here, and I miss them dearly.
What are you looking for?
I had to leave behind sensitive information in that safe. I need it back.
Yes, sir.
Get that safe open, Lieutenant. I'm counting on you.
Yes, sir.
Open the safe. Let me look.
Hey,
Yeah.
over here.
Are you kidding me? All right.
Someone's been in here before. Vanessa, I'd imagine. Damn it, it's been cleared out. They got my key card, and that explains how they gained access to the army depot. They left this behind. It looks like my daughter left a note. It's about having to bury Margaret after the bomb. I should have been there. I never stopped to consider a life without my family. Coming here now, it's difficult. I need to see through our mission. I must save America, or I'll have abandoned my family for nothing.
My baby Sean's been kidnapped. He's not even a year old.
I sympathize. Truly I do. But we just don't have the means to help you. Maybe in time we will. We have some answers, at least. These mercenaries raided my house and recovered access codes to various installations in the state. Where Vanessa fits into all of this, I don't know. In any case, we should return to the oil rig. There are preparations to be made. Senator Matthews is on his way.
We've got hostiles!
What? Defensive positions!
For the Enclave! Looks like you've got a live one.
Just shoot and get it over with.
Soldier, incapacitate him and bring him back to base. We can make use of him.
On it, sir.
What? Get away!
Lieutenant, rendezvous
No.
with us back at the oil rig. This will be illuminating.
Hey there. Excuse me, officer.
That got a little hairy. Nice work, Lieutenant.
Hi.
Lieutenant?
Always keep your weapon close and don't be afraid to shoot on sight. The wasteland's a dangerous place.
Brotherhood. You can count on that.
Hey there.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
But we're the good guys.
It might be a little cramped, but it's the safest place in the world.
Good. Everyone's here. We want to know who the prisoner is and who they work for, and what their orders were. After that, terminate them. Let us begin.
At once, sir. Comfortable? Good. Let's start easy. Tell us who you are.
Go to hell.
I assure you, you'll want to cooperate.
And I assure you, you'll want to go fuck yourself.
Why were you at the army depot?
I won't talk. I won't.
Why don't you try and get the prisoner to talk, Lieutenant?
You think I'm scared of you? Is that all you've got? Pathetic.
That's enough. Perhaps we should use the serum.
Of course. Once the serum has been administered, the prisoner will speak, but we'll only have a few minutes before they suffer cardiac arrest.
Wait! Stop! No!
Now, you're going to tell us everything you know, and fast. You haven't got long. Who are you?
I'm Major Burroughs, Hawk Squad of the Fury Company.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Now, Major Barrows, what is Fury Company?
We were created to loot supplies, take over all those pre-war bases.
Created? Explain.
Institute. We're synths. They send us when They want to be discreet. People think we're just mercs.
What about Vanessa? Where does she fit into all this?
Institute had DNA samples. They made her so.
Speak, damn it!
Get through. Biometrics.
They're dead.
So this was the Institute's doing. That was enlightening. It looks like we're dealing with some sort of covert Institute operation. And I suppose they created Vanessa in the hopes they could get through any military biometrics locks. That's sick and twisted.
What's the Institute?
As you might imagine, I haven't had any encounters with them. All I know is what Colonel Whitehill told me. There's some form of continuation of the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. We don't know where they are, and that building has long been abandoned. What we do know is their tech far surpasses anyone else's in the region, and they have a habit of meddling in other people's affairs. They are a threat.
Who is this guy?
Ah, yes, Senator Matthews. We spoke to him using the long-range transmitter a short while back. He is making his way here.
Why would the Institute be involved?
It's hard to say. I'll need to keep an eye on the situation.
What next?
Before we proceed any further, due to your exemplary service thus far, I am promoting you to captain. I want you to head to the armory and talk to our new quartermaster. She will issue you some of our newly manufactured equipment. We'll talk more later. Dismissed, Captain. You two, clean up this mess and bring the body to Dr. Kane. I'm sure she'll find it useful.
Brotherhood of Steel's in the region. This time, we'll be ready.
Sir.
You're rising through our ranks quickly, Captain. You should be proud of your achievements.
Tell me about yourself.
I am nothing more than a proud American doing all he can to bring back our great country after everything I've sacrificed. I can't stop now.
How are things going?
Frankly, I'm disappointed in my predecessors. Incompetence and gross negligence appears to have run rampant.
What's your plan exactly?
Our long-term goal is to establish control over the United States, as is our right. Unfortunately, we are a long way off that.
Never mind.
All right.
Congratulations on the promotion, Captain.
We're the only ones that can save on food.
Careful around the railings. All the way down.
don't have the key.
Barrett, I was wondering if...
Stop wasting your and my time with that. My answer's not changing.
Come on, what's the big deal?
I won't be held responsible for you burning down the place.
Ma'am.
Hey, you the one the general sent over?
That's right. You're in charge here?
Huh, you're damn right I am. I'm Quartermaster Barrett, and this is my armory. Whenever you're in here, I don't care whether you're the president themselves. What I say goes. Got that? Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way, let's get you suited up. Question 1. Urban, forest, desert, or frost?
That one.
Frost under armor it is. Now, plasma or laser?
Well, all of them.
No.
Both options suck, really.
Well, you're need one, so choose.
I'll take it.
Plasma, huh? Low velocity, high damage. Hope you're good at leading your shots. Last one. Automatic, semi-auto, scatter, or sniper?
Oh, this sounds good.
This should be everything. Now, follow me. Let's see if you're any good with your new gear.
Captain.
Everyone's hard work is paying off. The oil rig's starting to come together.
Anything I can do to help out?
Just keep doing what the General says. Everything here is under control.
How are things going?
It's hard to keep positive seeing our base in this state. But we've got to keep faith in General Ward and the Enclave.
What do you do here?
I lead some of the special operations we do out on the mainland. Reconnaissance, equipment gathering, and so on. It's been enlightening, seeing the state of the world. And motivating. Our work is more important than ever.
I gotta go.
Copy that, ma'am.
Go on then. Press the button.
It might be a little cramped, but it's the safest place in the world.
Nice shooting. Color me impressed. Anyway, you ever need equipment, you know where to find me. Ain't gonna be free though. Not much gear to go around, and more soldiers heading our way. So, take good care of your standard issue equipment, alright?
What do you mean by that?
Yup. Senator's about to turn up with a whole lot of people. Things are about to get busier here. Sure, we got a factory running, but even that can only produce so much gear at a time.
You guys pay for things with bottle caps? What happened to dollars and cents?
Sure, in an ideal world, we'd still use them. Small problem. We don't exactly have a working financial system right now. No mints, no banks, you know? Maybe someday, but right now, let's keep it simple. Caps.
I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. Hold that thought.
Attention, all personnel. Clear the landing bays immediately. Vertibirds are on final approach. Repeat, clear the landing bays immediately.
Well, things are about to get a little more interesting. I've got some prep work to do. Why don't you head outside? Find a spot to watch.
Quartermaster Barrett's got the best gear in the Commonwealth. Good work getting the Harper back. It's full of supplies.
Your timing is impeccable, Captain. Watch.
Let's get this party started.
And so our numbers continue to grow. Through the united power of the Enclave, we will reclaim what is rightfully ours. We have a full complement of troops. Dr. Kane is making strides in her research, and Senator Matthews has gotten us High Command's full backing. We have everything we need to mobilize into the Commonwealth, and plans are being drawn up as we speak. No mutants, Brotherhood of Steel, or this Institute will stand in the way of our work.
Can I ask you some questions?
So much has happened so quickly, I understand. What do you want to know?
Why is that?
A few reasons. It is no secret that the Enclave are weakened. In recent history, we have suffered the loss of numerous bases and facilities. The loss of our headquarters, the majority of our leadership, and large quantities of personnel has forced the Enclave to be cautious. The Atlantic oil rig, which until recently High Command thought was destroyed, offers numerous opportunities. Secluded, equipped with production, medical, and research facilities, all while being close enough to land to launch operations from. Senator Matthews' lobbying made them realize the true worth of the oil rig, an opportunity for the Enclave to begin anew.
What are you working on?
Everything falls on Dr. Kane. If she hadn't survived the vault, I don't think Senator Matthews would have taken this much interest in us. Yes, we have the ability to provide troops with the best equipment out there, but at the end of the day, we are outnumbered by our enemies. Our only path to truly freeing the United States from the tyranny of radiation and traitors is with the FEV. That sample you recovered was critical. Dr. Kane is one of the greatest chemists of her time. She is working towards improving the FEV, making it able to cull the irradiated. It will level the playing field, so to speak.
It's not more fighting, is it?
It was always going to happen. They are nothing more than misguided traitors squatting on government property, but they are extremely dangerous. They will be put down like the rabid dogs they are. I will see to it personally.
That was all I had. What's our next move?
Seeing as the senator has just arrived, we're holding a briefing session. You should join us. It would be good for him to meet one of our most promising officers. I almost forgot. The technicians have repaired the last of the executive bedrooms. It's yours. I trust you'll find it has everything you need. Now, let's go speak to the senator.
Landing pads are in motion. Stand clear. Repeat. Stand clear of the landing pads.
Weapon close, and don't be afraid to shoot on sight. The wasteland's a dangerous place.
Ah, welcome. Please take a seat. Let's wait for everyone before we begin. Good afternoon, everyone. Is Dr. Kane not joining us?
She's currently occupied with an autopsy. I'm sure she'll join us later.
Ah, I see. Let's get started then. After speaking with the good general over the past few weeks, I'm pleased to finally make all your acquaintances. I'm sure you all have questions about myself, the state of the Enclave as a whole, and about our next steps. Now, do understand that in the interests of national security, I can only say so much. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am Henry Matthews, Senator representing the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I was elected by your peers to this prestigious position after the untimely death of Senator Clark at this very base. I've been sent here at the President's behest to oversee your progress and to ensure the Commonwealth is brought back into the fold. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. Who is the president? I sorta lost track after eating.
Given recent events, the president's identity is classified. It's kept on a need-to-know basis. And my good man, you most certainly do not need to know. Nothing personal, you understand?
Where is High Command?
Sheesh.
Do we still have a central headquarters?
Well, I'm pleased to inform you that one of the Joint Chiefs is actually right here with you. General Ward was recently appointed chairman.
An honor, truly.
I'm sure it is. As for the location of High Command, what I will say is we have shifted to more of a distributed structure. That being said, our largest active facility is Mount Weather. Most of the personnel I brought with me was stationed there. How about you? Lieutenant, was it? Any questions from you?
She was just promoted to captain, actually.
A far more appropriate rank from what I've heard. So, any...
Forgive the intrusion, gentlemen. I have made a troublesome discovery.
What seems to be the problem, Doctor?
This autopsy, I was certain I would find a way to identify they were a synth. However, I was mistaken. If I didn't know any better, I'd have thought this was simply a vault dweller. It was only once I began the brain biopsy that it became clear it was a synth. There was circuitry, a lot of it, embedded deep within the brain tissue. Central to it, in fact. It's the only telltale sign I could find. These Institute synths, I heard they were lifelike, but seeing one in person, it's both incredible and harrowing.
It's like I told you. There's no way of telling a synth apart from a human unless you kill it. That's why people fear the Institute.
Yes, Colonel, you made your point.
The Institute has been on our radar for a long time now. Our agents have looked into numerous Institute-related incidents in the past, but have never been able to pinpoint the Institute's location itself. With how little we know of them, they could very well be our biggest threat. I'll come back to this in a moment. Now that we have you, Dr. Kane, how has work on the FEV been going?
I've made some promising adjustments to the genetic markers it targets, but truthfully, progress is slow. We're struggling with the lab's power supply. There isn't enough to keep the FEV compound stable for more than a few seconds at a time. We can only run tests for a handful of seconds at a time, and only every few hours. Unless we have more power.
Myers, is there anything you can do about that?
Well, we could always shut down the factory, like we did last time.
That's not an option.
Agreed.
Only other option is to upgrade the reactors, which is easier said than done. Leave it with me. I'll think of something.
That's your priority now, Myers. See it done.
Good. So, to summarize our priorities, Chief Engineer Myers, get us more power. Dr. Kane, you keep working on the FEV. This comes directly from the President. Everyone else, it's about time we find a way into the Institute. We must know what we're dealing with once and for all. And I insist the Captain spearhead this mission. They look like the type that get things done. Before I forget, Captain, I brought an exceptional doctor with me. You should have your medical with him in the first instance. Make sure you're at your best and all that. Now, I'll leave you to cross the T's and dot the I's. I will be in my office should anyone need me.
A word outside, Captain?
Sir.
Be brief. I'm quite busy.
What's your story?
Oh, I'd love nothing more than to lecture you about my life story. But I'm afraid I don't have enough time. What I will say is that I am a man of action, and I will do everything in my power to make this little expedition a success.
How are things going?
As a matter of fact, excellent. I'm on the cusp of getting my stake back, and my pioneering of this operation has elevated my standing to great heights. You know, it's thanks to me all these soldiers are here now. All the other senators kept pushing for caution. Caution! This is a time for action, not caution. Cowards, the lot of them.
What do you do here?
I'm here to represent the Senate and Massachusetts' best interests, naturally. And it is quite evident that Massachusetts' best interest is to be brought into the Enclave's fold, where it rightfully belongs. With that being the case, I'm doing everything possible to ensure General Ward and Dr. Kane get what they need. I dare say the fate of the Enclave as a whole rests on their shoulders.
Never mind.
Now, where was I?
We'll destroy the Brotherhood. You can count on that. Careful around the railings. It's a long way down.
Ma'am.
I don't like him, but he's right. I guess we'd better get to work. Got any leads for getting into the Institute?
Have any suggestions?
Honestly? No. The best I can say is just get out there and keep your ear to the ground. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
As far as I know, no. So far, we've not had any direct interactions with them whatsoever. I guess it's lucky, in a way.
That's a bold statement.
I know his type. Barks orders around without concern of how feasible they are. Add an air of superiority, and I don't like him latching to the General the way he has. Anyway, it is what it is.
I'll get on it.
Good luck, and stay safe.
Might be a little cramped, but it's the safest place.
America's ours by right.
Welcome to my clinic. Let me just check my notes here. Ah, Captain. You must be here for your medical. No time like the present. Shall we get started?
What kind of medical exam? I feel fine.
Oh, I just want to make sure I have a complete file for all of my patients. It'll let me ensure I have the appropriate medical supplies. I'm just going to ask you a few straightforward questions, and I'd like you to answer them to the best of your ability. What age group do you fall under?
That's right.
Let me just note that down. Have you ever suffered from sustained exposure to radiation?
Does it matter?
Well, of course. Radiation kills, you know, or even worse, leads to cell mutation. We simply can't have that.
No trouble with radiation today, Doc.
Excellent. Just keep an eye on your Geiger counter and you'll be fine. Are you suffering from any long-term illnesses that I should be aware of?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Wonderful. A fit and healthy soldier is the perfect role model for our troops. All that's left is for me to take a blood sample, and we'll be done. Just a moment. And we're done. Thank you for your time. Now, was there anything else I could help you with?
How are things going?
Not bad, thank you. Considering this is an offshore platform, I was expecting a lot less, but I've got to say the facilities are top-notch. Between you and me, I'm surprised the leadership left this base to rot for as long as it did.
What's your story?
Oh, you don't want to hear me ramble on about that, do you? I'll try and keep it short. I was born and brought up at our outpost in Chicago. Chicago was unpleasant. Vicious mutants, rebels, radiation storms. As you can imagine, our personnel suffered a high attrition rate, so I was destined to train as medical staff. My training went well, I should say. The years passed, and eventually Chicago became untenable, and Mount Weather over in Virginia needed medical staff, so I transferred about 5 years ago. It was quite uneventful, really. Occasionally treating wounded troops back from patrol, sometimes testing some new medication. I yearned for change, and once I heard they were restaffing this facility, I jumped at the chance and applied for transfer. Now, here I am.
Your leader was just being cautious.
Yes, I suppose so. Things took a turn for the worse after we lost Washington. Most of us don't even know who... but I'm rambling.
Was it hard, settling in?
I thought it would be, but no. In fact, it's been a breath of fresh air. Mount Weather is a large enough facility, but it's so rudimentary. Here, everything is at my fingertips, and the unsavory types are hundreds of miles away from me.
That was all.
Was there something else you needed?
Could use some supplies, actually.
I keep a few spare supplies for this very reason.
We're the only ones that can save our country. Institute's known for replacing people with their synths. Hope that doesn't happen to me. Mark my words. Dr. Kane will find a way to stop the mutants. If you're wounded, go see Dr. Douglas over in the med bay.
Ma'am.
After some supplies.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Yeah, look. Heard it all before. Fact of the matter is, sometimes we've got to do business with wasteland types, and for that, we need caps. Everyone gets standard issue equipment, free of charge, but after that, you've got to pay up. No exceptions.
What's your story?
Not much to tell. Been Enclave all my life. Had a stint over in DC as a logistics officer before things went pear-shaped. Got evac'd back to Mount Weather and stayed there until I was reassigned to the Atlantic oil rig. All you really need to know is don't piss me off, and I'll make sure you get the good stuff.
Let's see what you got.
Only the best for our troops.
General Ward knows what we've lost firsthand. He's our...
Your performance
General
at the
Ward's a
firing range
brilliant
earlier
man.
was
He'll
disappointing.
lead us to victory.
We cannot afford disappointing. I'll be issuing a formal reprimand, and be assured that I'll be keeping a close eye on your progress from here on out. Dismissed.
Yes,
sir. Jeez, lighten up. With the oil rigs factory running again, we'll have the best gear in the Commonwealth.
Oil rigs looking.
Doctor, have you seen the latest reports on the cacti samples?
I haven't had the chance yet. Why?
I think we're
Brotherhood
onto
of
something
Steel's
with
in
them.
the
Their
region.
needles appear to
This
be far
time,
more
we'll
resistant
be
to
ready.
radiation than our other organic samples.
That's encouraging. So it could potentially be used to develop a new rad-resistant lining?
That's a possibility. We should conduct more tests to see if we can confirm our preliminary findings.
Hey.
To be working on the FEV alongside one of the original creators. It's a dream come true.
Hey there.
Pardon me.
Heard one of the grease monkeys ended up in the med bay. Oh yeah? Who? I think it was some guy called Ed. Got into some kind of accident. Didn't he get his foot run over by a forklift or something? I don't know. But it sounds messy. They keep getting themselves hurt down there. They should really stop wasting time and get their act together. General Ward's a brilliant man. He'll lead us to victory.
The army depot's a gold mine.
If Bear's got
It's
the
really
keys to spare,
bolstered by equipment.
I'll throw a hole in one of mine. I think so, but you'll probably have to pay. How'd you manage to get a hole in them? It's a long story.
I think you're right. We should schedule another sample collection in the next few weeks to confirm.
Remember your orders, Captain. Right now, your biggest priority is finding a way into the Institute. Colonel Whitehill can provide assistance if you need it.